This is my platform project on sexual assault and perpetrator consequences on college campuses. We begin with my platform statement. 20% of female college students are sexually assaulted, while 6 to 8% of male students are sexually assaulted as well. These small percentages have a much greater impact than we may think. This is why I believe sexual assault perpetrators should be expelled and banned from enrolling in college in general. This brings me to my first point, victim trauma. Sexual assault, no matter your gender, is a traumatic event that was non-consensual on the victim's part. A victim of sexual assault lives in constant fear of seeing their attacker again, as well as living in fear that the assault will occur again. My second point, the perpetrator will most likely do it again. This quote by the article, Repeat Rape by College Men, by Jim Hopper, reads that about 2/3 of college rapists are repeat offenders who account for the great majority of rapes, over 90%, and that about 1/4 of college rapists admit to committing rapes over multiple years of college. Point number 3. College is supposed to be a safe space. Colleges typically push their zero-tolerance policies for students when it comes to sexual assaults and rapes. When it comes down to it, colleges stay silent. Which brings me to my second bullet. Professor LeMay made us aware that WCSU has removed their sexual assault help centers. The only time our college hears about sexual assault awareness is when we have to do our yearly modules on sexual assault. Point number 4. Students are developing mental health issues from rapes and sexual assaults. In the article, Mental Health Impact of Rape by Dean Kilpatrick, he states, almost 1/3, 31%, of all rape victims develop PTSD sometime in their lifetime, and more than 1 in 10 rape victims, 11%, still have PTSD today. By developing these mental health issues, this impacts the student's grades and way of living. Lastly, point number 5. Normalization of rape culture on college campuses by Eunice Hernandez states, rape culture has become increasingly normalized in American society. Rape culture exists when sexual violence becomes normalized and excused in society. Blaming the victim then normalizes sexual assaults, resulting in the victim not feeling comfortable enough to report their attack. So, how do we change this issue on college campuses? Step number 1, taking the 5 points that I stated into account. The victim's trauma is 100% valid. The abuser will attack again. Colleges should be safe spaces. Victims develop mental health issues that hinder their lives, and victim blaming causes assault and rape to be normalized. Step number 2, educating college officials. Based on my research, it seems as though college officials are one of the main sources why student victims do not get the justice and healing that they deserve. By keeping these attackers and rapists on college campuses, college officials are just asking for the attacks to happen again, and this needs to change. The beginning to the end. These are some ideas that I have to fix this. When a sexual assault case is reported to the school, expel and report the perpetrator to the police immediately. Notify other colleges in the area of the perpetrator's name and what they've done. Hold an assembly for the school, educating them on consequences of sexually assaulting another student. And college campuses should, legally, have sexual assault help centers. I also included the National Sexual Assault Hotline. If you or a friend need help, please do not hesitate to do so by calling this hotline. Thank you.